The COVID-19 pandemic has been a turning point for many workers. Many Americans are reevaluating their careers, with some exiting fields that they've worked in for years and transitioning to roles that are in high demand. Pivoting careers can be a stressful undertaking, but one local organization is leading the way and supporting people in finding their new callings. Take a look. Food is Daphne Antoine's passion. Before the pandemic, she ran a catering business with her sister. But when events were canceled and she had no more catering clients, she was left without an income or any immediate job options.
So now here comes the pandemic. And so we're like, okay, I got to go back to school because that's my go-to for everything, education. I'm like, get an education, you can find something, get a trade, you'll be able to do something with your life, right?
In June of 2020, Daphne's finances were stretched thin, but she decided to roll into the medical billing and coding certification program at the American Career College. And then a friend told her about the COVID Retraining and Recovery Fund scholarship that was being offered by the organization SoLa Impact. Daphne applied and got it.
This is the first scholarship I ever got in my life. So I was so happy and I felt really blessed. Like it came right on time. The tests are like $400 or $500 after you finish school. They've paid for everything.
Martin Moto is the founder and CEO of SoLa Impact, an organization based in South LA that offers a variety of social impact programs, ranging from economic development and job creation to community engagement, homelessness prevention, and access to education and opportunity.
We realized that COVID would have a devastating impact on our community, both from a health perspective and from an economic perspective. In looking back at the 2008 financial crisis, a number of people went back to school to get degrees so that they could come out stronger. So that was the genesis of the idea being that during the COVID pandemic, could we encourage and fund Black and brown adults to go back to school to get their associate's degrees?
The COVID Retraining and Recovery Fund, known as CORE, partnered with 29 community organizations and 14 academic institutions. It's offered more than 200 scholarships to South LA residents who were furloughed or laid off due to COVID-19 to enable them to retrain for fields that are likely to be in high demand in a post-COVID economy, primarily focusing on two industries that are thriving: healthcare and technology. It's challenging during normal times to change your career midlife. What have been the challenges for people to do this during the pandemic?
Folks didn't only need financial support, they really needed mentorship, they needed coaching, they needed emotional support. And so very early on, we introduced a group of mentors and coaches for the core scholars, and this really changed the trajectory of their experience.
At this age, the first time I could really say I'm excited about life.
Martin and his team initially raised $250,000 in funding from a number of corporations for the scholarship fund. And then they got a very unexpected phone call.
Out of the blue, we get a call from the Oprah Winfrey Charitable Foundation saying, "We've heard about what you're doing. We would like to be involved." And I literally thought it was a joke. I said, "Sherry, is this a prank call?" And they said, "No, Miss Oprah Winfrey would like to speak to you about what you're doing."
Oprah Winfrey donated $1 million to the CORE program, and she connected SoLa with dozens of other philanthropists as well. The result is people like Daphne, who graduated with her associate's degree in March, got a job as a medical billing and coding specialist, and is now getting her BA in business management, so that one day she can start her own company.
So at this point, I'm happy. I have my job stability. I know where I'm headed as far as my career goes. And so I feel confident and really good about my future.